you're going to remember that your time is precious. 24 hours goes really fast when you're doing a lot, and even when you're doing nothing sometimes. And so yes, so 24 hours for everybody. And if you don't already have your own priority in place, why would you go and take somebody else's commitment and do the work for them when you have a lot of things to do on your own? You are feeling overwhelmed because you have committed to too many things, or maybe it's something else. And now you're here regretting, oh, why did I say yes to that? Or why did I commit to that? And so if you want to know the reasons why you feel that way, keep watching. Hi, my name is Amina. I'm a life coach, and I'm here to offer you some tips, give you another perspective, and answer some questions you might have. So if you have questions or video suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. If you like what I do here, please subscribe, like, and share, and help me spread the word and grow this channel. So today I want to talk about how to stop saying yes to everything and reclaiming your time. And so I have 5 points that I'm going to share with you. So number 1 is, remember that we only have 24 hours. So if you keep in mind that you only have 24 hours, it's going to help you to remember that, oh, you know what, if I say yes to this thing, I may not have the time, or maybe I will have to sleep later, or something like that. So you're going to remember that your time is precious. 24 hours goes really fast when you're doing a lot, and even when you're doing nothing sometimes. And so yes, so 24 hours for everybody. And if you don't already have your own priority in place, why would you go and take somebody else's commitment and do the work for them when you have a lot of things to do on your own? And so remember that you only have 24 hours a day. What do you want to do during that time? Do you want to commit to something else that is not even helping you, or do you want to do something that is important for you? So point number 2 is, when you say yes to one thing, you say no to something else. And so like I was saying, we only have 24 hours. And so if you have your projects and you have something you want to see come to life, if you commit to helping a lot of different people, or even one person, and helping them with their things, when are you gonna work on your own stuff? So if you say, for example, if somebody comes to you and says, oh, I need your help with this thing that I'm working on, and if you could help me like 3 hours, I don't know, I'm making this up, and instead you could use those 3 hours to work on your project. So if you're writing a book, 3 hours to write a book, it's good. If you're, I don't know, doing some research for a future business, those 3 hours, they can help you with that. If you want to study and get your certificate for something, those 3 hours, they are important. And so if you say yes to those 3 hours for somebody, you are saying no to 3 hours of your own thing. And so remember that the day is not extending. It's not extending. And so if you say yes, the thing you wanted to do, you will have to replace it by something that is moving you anywhere. And yes, I know, when you help other people, when it can open opportunities in the future, but when you help those people, the help you're giving them has to be aligned with your own goals, your own vision in the future. So if it's not aligned and you don't feel good about it, don't say yes. And I know I've heard many people saying that I'm a people pleaser. When somebody comes to me and they ask me for something, I don't know how to say no. And so try to remember those two things. You only have 24 hours, and if you say yes to their thing, you're gonna say no to your thing. And also, something that I hear often in the Ramsey show, or even Dr. John Deloney podcast, is choose guilt over resentment. I don't remember who was the first one saying that, but that's a quote that he often use. And so you use guilt over resentment. So if somebody comes and asks you for something, it's better for you to say no and feel guilty than to say yes and feel resentment later, because now you're regretting, oh, why did I commit to that? I don't even have the time now. It's stressing me out and it's not helping me in any way. So remember that. So number 3 is, once you have your mindset shift, remembering that you only have 24 hours, and if you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to something else, you now need to list your priorities. What is important for you? What do you want to see happen in the future? Where do you want to go? What is your vision? So if you have everything on the paper, and then you can use like a smart goal setting method, or even other things, it's gonna help you to break down the work you need to do to get to your goals and put everything on the calendar. And so when you have your priorities, at least when somebody comes and asks you for something, you're gonna see right away, oh, is it aligned with what I have on my list or not? If it's not, it's a no, or it's a no today and maybe yes tomorrow. But yes, you cannot do everything. You cannot help everybody. You're not a ministry. You don't have time for that. So remember, list your priorities, and they're gonna help you to see if something is aligned with your own goals, or if it's just a distraction. So before we get to the next point, just wanted to remind you that I have a website where you can see everything that I'm doing, whether it's my blog or my one-on-one coaching service. So you're gonna find a link in the description box. So now that you have your priorities, you have committed to do some things for other people. Now you're gonna check, okay, I have committed to those things. Are they aligned with what I have on my priority list, or are there distractions? Once you're able to observe and make a decision on whether something is important or not, now you need to go back to the people. If it's still time to cancel what you committed to do for them, do it. And once again, you're gonna feel guilty, but at least you're not gonna have the resentment later, because sometimes, and maybe most of the time, feeling resentful is worse than feeling guilty. I'm not sure about that, but right now I feel that I prefer to feel guilty, because I can manage that, than feeling resentful, because the resentment, it doesn't really depend on me only. I have to consider other people. And so yes, you go to see those people, you cancel your commitment. If there's something you can do to fix the situation, if there's something you can do to fix the aftermath of that, the setback of the setbacks. If there's something you can do to fix the problem that can arise after you canceling your commitments, do something about it. But cancel everything and just keep what is aligned with what you have on your priority list. Apologize. Do something if you can fix the problem. Do something if you can compensate the aftermath of your cancellation, and do your best, but get your time back, because your time is precious, and you have other things to do than to just be here and please other people. My last point is only commit to what is important for you, what feels right. So like we were saying, you have your goals, you have your priority list. If somebody comes and asks you for something, if it's aligned with what you have on your priority list, so for example, you want to be a giver now, you want to be more generous, and somebody needs help with, I don't know, something something where you need to give your time. For example, oh, can you help me with this charity? Can you help me? Can you come like 2 hours a week to help, to volunteer to serve a soup in a homeless shelter, for example. In this case, because on your goals, you have decided that you're gonna volunteer more, it is aligned with what you want to do. But if they come and ask you for that and you're not interested in volunteering, and I'm not here to say it's good or bad, but if it's not in your priority list, just say no, and you can do that in the future. But at least now you have a direction, and if it doesn't feel right, maybe it's your intuition telling you no, you shouldn't do it, so don't do it. So it has to be aligned with your goals, and it has to feel right. And I'm not saying it has to feel good, because sometimes what is right for you doesn't feel good. So be careful with that and judging what's really going on. So as a recap, ways for you to stop saying yes to everything. So number one is, remember, we only have 24 hours for each day. Number two is, when you say yes to something, you have to say no to something else. And I remember the example of Seth Godin, who is a marketing specialist, and he was saying that he doesn't use Twitter. And so if he were to start using Twitter, he would have to use some of his precious time that he's using for something else that is important for him, and to learn how to manage Twitter. And so he was saying that, no, I don't want to do that, so I'm just gonna keep what I'm doing, and then I'm making the sacrifice of not being on Twitter. So that's one example. And so number three is, list your priorities. Number four, get your time back by canceling your commitment where you can do it. And number five is, from now on, only commit to what feels right and what is aligned with your priority list and your future goals. My challenge for you today is, try to identify why you can't say no. Are you a people pleaser? Are you able to, do people know that if they ask you anything, you're just gonna say yes automatically, whether it's good or not for you? And so they just take advantage, and they don't care about how you're gonna feel tomorrow. So dig if that's the case for you. And if you want to share the reason, please leave it in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share if you like what I do here. And if you have questions or video suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. So my question for you today is, why do you think many people can't say no? So if you have some testimony or some examples, or maybe surveys, I don't know, you can share them with us, and so we can appreciate that even more. So that's it for today. I hope this video helps. Until next time, I wish you a good week, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching, and bye.